Good evening, everyone. It is Thursday night, and this is the new Prospective Oilers evening wellness education session. Tonight, we are offering sleep, stress, and sadness, and I'm Chris Razima. I will be walking you through the classes tonight. I start these regardless whether or not anyone attends, because I've had lots of people who live in different places and time zones and really like to catch the education, but don't necessarily have time or are able to catch it at my time Pacific. So I will start now, and people may or may not join us as we go along, but we will post this to my YouTube channel once I'm done, and I will set up the link in New Prospective Oilers Facebook group at the end so that you can all access the material. So tonight we are talking about stress, sleep, and sadness. And we can probably all agree that stress, sleep, and sadness are three words that we don't really want to put all together. Too much stress usually equals too little sleep, which in turn leaves us tired and more cranky and more stress. So how do we stop this vicious cycle? Because we know that stress is cumulative, and I know from my personal experience, and if you've been listening to me for any length of time, you know about my personal experience with stress and heart attacks. So tonight we're going to talk about how we can stay more calm and relaxed during the day and enjoy a better sleep at night so that we live a happier life. Now, this is important because sleep is critical for our body's regeneration cycle. The ability to get a good sleep, deep, restful sleep, is intimately tied to our healthy mind, to having a healthy mind and a healthy body. One of the first things that goes when you're stressed is your ability to get a good, deep, restful sleep. Research has shown that restful sleep facilitates a wide range of bodily processes, which include physical changes such as muscle repair and mental tasks such as concentration. So one of the things that we can do is we can have a bedroom environment and daily routines that promote consistent and uninterrupted sleep. We can keep a stable sleep schedule. We can make our bedroom comfortable and free of disruptions. We can follow a relaxing pre-bed routine, including reduced blue light exposure for at least an hour before bed. And by building healthy habits during the day, we can contribute to ideal sleep hygiene, which is basically sleep practices both before we go to sleep and while we're sleeping. For our brains, sleep is critically important. There are pronounced, visible signs of changes in the electrical activity of our brain during sleep, which the evidence suggests is a result of the brain's trillions of nerve cells literally rewiring themselves. So it's not that much of a stretch when you see in Star Trek, especially in Voyager, there was a Borg, they go into a regeneration chamber and it regenerates. This is what sleep does for humans. It helps us regenerate our bodies and set us up for a happier, good day. So let me thank you, first of all, for being here. I know that if you have found yourself in any of the vicious occasional stress, low sleep cycles, I want to say to you that you have come to the right place. So let's take a look at a few statistics to get started. 40% of North Americans get less than the recommended amount of sleep. 8 out of 10 North Americans say they are frequently or sometimes stressed in their daily lives. And only 4% of people say they've never felt stressed. Now, that must be nice. I don't know how that can happen. And while I can't claim to know their secrets, I do have some tips, tricks, and oils that can help you stay more calm, relaxed, and grounded during your daily grind. So in turn, you can support better sleep habits at night, allowing you to feel rested and happy the next morning. It's all a big cycle. Now, I want to make a disclaimer. I am not a doctor. I am not here to diagnose, treat, or cure any of your illnesses. The content I cover is for informational purposes only, and is based on a lot of my own personal experience. If you are interested in where I get those statistics from, please PM me and I can send you a bunch of links to where I got that information from. So first of all, it's really important to know what goes into the products that we're going to be using on a daily basis. Young Living, one of the reasons that I picked this company in particular, has a quality guarantee called the Seed to Seal Commitment. And as a bee farmer, I'm very, very concerned about farming sustainability practices, the use of pesticides, the impact on the planet of high intensity farming. So what Young Living gave to me was a commitment for sustainability, and that they monitor the processes in their plant-based products from the time the products are a seed all the way through till there's a label on the bottle and it's being shipped out to us. They have some super strict guidelines that they abide to fulfill their promise, but based on the plant material is grown on corporately owned farms or farms that are contracted and must actually live up to the same high standards that corporate owned farms are. And one of the things that you can do is you can actually go and visit these farms and confirm for yourself how things are being run. So some of the things that they ensure that they do sustainable farming and sourcing practices that provide the best and purest oil. Young Living takes great care to preserve and protect natural resources. They hand weed fields and there's zero use of pesticides. They work both in the fields and in the processing to ensure that all oils retain their natural constituents and therapeutic properties. So this is really important. There are levels of distillation where you retain the constituents and therapeutic material in these oils, and then there are levels that are quicker and provide more bulk material, but give you less natural consistent or zero natural constituents and reduced therapeutic properties. Young Living uses food grade distillers with state-of-the-art design and distillation methods, including low pressure and low temperature distillation without the use of solvents or synthetic chemicals. Because once you use synthetic chemicals to get the oil out of something, you can't get that chemical out again. So if, like me, you were using it on your body, you were inhaling it, maybe you're ingesting it, you would end up ingesting those synthetic chemicals if they had been used. Young Living does rigorous testing on each batch with internal labs and by third-party facilities. And as a matter of fact, in another education session I have talking about this very thing, they actually work with Scotland Yard and the FBI on some of the equipment that they have. Young Living carefully reviews every oil that it produces through every step of the production in order to meet or exceed industry safety and purity standards. I get asked a lot if they're certified organic. No, because they're a global company and organic standards change from country to country. So Young Living actually is beyond organic. They are exceeding organic requirements. And the best part about the company is that if these oils do not meet these high standards, it will be rejected and they will not be bottled as a Young Living product. There is a website, seedtoseal.com, where you can go and look up more of this information if this is really what gets your engine running. I know for me, it was a huge part of why I chose the company, because I was so impressed by the commitment to sustainability, farming practices, labor practices, and distillation and quality in their creation of these oils. Okay, so let's do just a quick piece on usage and safety. Throughout this class, I'm going to make suggestions for oils and products that you can use every single day to support your wellness and to create good sleep habits. But we need to talk about usage and safety first, because these products are actually entering our bodies. So the first thing is always to follow the directions on the packaging. And if you are new to oils or new to a certain oil, test a small area on your skin to see if you get any redness or irritation. You can dilute the oils if applying to your face, either in a carrier oil or a cream. But just go cautiously when you're new, or if you're using an oil for the first time. So there are three, and there's three kind of safety first rules. Be sure to dilute with a carrier oil. Like I said, if you're new, I use a lot of oils without a carrier oil, but for new people, I always suggest diluting it. Never, 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 never put essential oils in your eyes or in your ears, and follow the directions on the label. Okay, so there are three ways to use essential oils. The solid colored label, like this one that says aromatic here, there's a red solid, or the dark blue and topical, have aromatic and topical directions on them. They are labeled for external use. The labels that are white, the one in the center here, are from the Vitality, if you're in the US, or the Plus line, if you're in Canada, line. And they have dietary labels or instructions on their label. So the white label is dietary instructions. The solid colored labels are topical directions. Different kinds of regulations, same oil. So first, topically, again, dilute with carrier oil, and you can use any kind of carrier oil. You can use the Young Living V6, which is a fractionated coconut oil, or you can use grapeseed oil or avocado oil, or whatever oil that you have that you want to use. You can dilute that. These allow the oils to still be absorbed quickly and effectively. Aromatically is simple. It's just what it sounds like. You breathe it in. You can use in the diffuser. You can use a scent tent on your hand. You put a few drops on your hand, use it as a scent tent, cup your nose and breathe deeply. You can use diffuser jewelry, which has little beads of lava rock. Or one I particularly like, put it in the ends of your hair, and it lasts with you all day. Now, internally, Young Living, you can use Young Living oils, and there's a whole line on the website. You can go to the Vitality or the Plus line, and it will show you all of the oils that are labeled for internal use, and you can use them. Like I have my water, I have tangerine oil in it today, because it helps me drink my water, because it's beautifully flavored. It adds no calories, but the benefits of ingesting the oil are there, and the delicious taste. You can use them in baking in lieu of things like herbs and spices, and you can use them in other kinds of drinks, and anything pretty much that your imagination can carry you on. Okay. So I will also talk about nutritionals and sleep. Now, Young Living is not just, oh, these are weird. So isn't this interesting? This says nutritionals, it has the name, but it has the wrong pictures. So we're going to just have to use our imagination. So Young Living is actually, when it was first created, was actually a nutritional company, not an essential oil company. It was only later, when Gary Young discovered how powerful these young essential oils were, that they started actually producing oils. But in the beginning, they were a nutritional supplement company. So there's three particular supplements that are very, very effective for sleep. Immune Pro, which has melatonin in it. It's a chewable. Mineral Essence, which is a mineral complex that helps to restore the quality and quantity of your sleep. And Thiamin is another one that helps support your thyroid function, which is often very impacted by stress, and essential zyme and life9, which are both, one essential zyme is a digestive enzyme and life9 is a probiotic. And so, as you know, if you haven't listened to me for any length of time, I am a huge gut health advocate. And so essential zyme and life9 also go into helping with reducing stress, getting rid of the cortisol in your body, helping your adrenal glands relax. It helps everything. So these are the 3 nutritionals that I would, or sorry, 5 nutritionals, because I have got the wrong picture. The 5 nutritionals that I would recommend for sleep. And actually Immune Pro is a chewable, which I just take 1 or 2 at night before I go to bed. And the melatonin in there helps, just kicks in and just helps me to relax and get some sleep. Okay. So let's start with your day, because the morning sets the mood for the entire day that you're going to have. It can be a very good indicator. How you start your day can be a very good indication of how you will end your day. Much like with all things stress related, it is an accumulation of things. So if you wake up with your mind already racing, frantically rushing to get things done for yourself and everyone else, and your nerves are on edge, you are setting yourself up for a day that will end much the same way. And then you will have a very difficult time relaxing, you'll have a difficult time resting, you'll have a difficult time sleeping. So Gary Young was very, very much a believer in this setting yourself up for good outcomes. So he developed something called the Great Day Protocol, because he knew that if you started your day on a good footing, you would likely carry through the day that way and end the day that way. And the Great Day Protocol uses 4 specific oils to support your emotions, to promote feelings of harmony and joy, guard against negative energies that disturb our thoughts, and send our emotions into a tailspin. So you can use these oils to combat occasional sadness as well, because they just set you up with a different kind of mindset and vibration for the day. So let's take a closer look at what each of these oils can do. Use all 4 of them early in the morning, following the instructions. Now, when you buy a Great Day Protocol kit, the instructions are inside. And the kit has all 4 oils in it with a little instruction booklet. So the first one to start with is Valor. Now, Valor has been called courage in a bottle, and it promotes a feeling of courage and self-esteem. It helps you to balance your body's energies. After my heart attack, there was 2 oils that I couldn't leave the house without: Valor and Stress Away. Stress Away, obviously, to help me calm myself and just get rid of that anxious feeling, but Valor just to have the courage to keep going and just to keep being out there. So you use Valor each morning on your wrists and cupped over your nose and inhaled as you set your intention for the day and visualize what you want to accomplish, and then see yourself completing it. Now, again, this is a very intentional way to have a good day, because how you start your day is most likely how you finish your day. So the scent over your nose, you put some on your wrists, and you visualize what you want to accomplish that day and see yourself completing it. So that's the first oil. Now, the second oil in the Great Day Protocol is Harmony. And these are oil blends. Now, Harmony helps to create a really positive attitude, reduce stress, and repel feelings of discord and chaos, just like his name is, Harmony. You apply this oil over your solar plexus, which is kind of just above your belly button area. And you set specific intention that you want to harmonize with those around you. So just between your sternum, kind of the bottom of your rib cage, and your belly button, that's your solar plexus. And this is where you put the Harmony oil. a drop or two, and rub it in and just set some intentions for the day, that today is going to be a day full of harmony and good feelings. So the third oil then, one of my all-time favorites, is joy. And joy comes in the premium starter bundles. So you may have a small bottle of this already. If you don't use it a lot, you should be using it. I use it throughout the day because it's just such a beautiful, calming and uplifting aroma. And it really does bring joy to your heart and mind. What you want to do with the joy is you want to put a couple of drops into your hand and inhale through your nose, like over top of where you already put harmony. And then you want to rub over your heart, right? Because joy is meant to bring joy to your heart. And then the final oil in the morning is white angelica. This is a gorgeous oil. It creates feelings of security and protection. So if you're feeling vulnerable or raw or nervous about going into work because of negative energies, this is the oil that you want to finish your protocol in the morning with. It helps to protect you against negative energies that work to invade your personal space. So if you've got a really contentious meeting or something to go to, you want to take white angelica with you. This oil will be your actual shield for the day. Help you try to stay stress-free, balanced, and relaxed. So what you do with this one is you place a drop in your palm, again, over top of the other oils that are already there, and rub them together. Breathe deeply, and then rub your hands over the crown of your head, down your neck and shoulders and midsection, all the way down to your toes, as if you're putting an imaginary shield all over your body. So that is the Great Day Protocol. And once you complete the white angelica component and you've rubbed down your whole body, you're now ready to tackle anything the day throws at you. And it's amazing how doing this and actually visualizing closing yourself off and protecting yourself actually makes you feel stronger. Okay, so despite your best efforts, however, you may still have days where you find yourself slipping into a bit of a negative mindset. Occasional anxious moments or stress-filled interactions with others, even by midday. But have no fear, we have some products that are brilliant for dealing with those moments that can sneak up on you and create some chaos in your day. Because what you want to do is address them quickly and really work at reducing their impact on your energy and your total day moving forward. One swipe of any of them on your wrists or the back of your neck, and 30 seconds to stop what you're doing and take a breath of either lavender, lime, vanilla. That's the stress away formula. Will have you feeling like you're on the beach. It will calm you down. It will snap you back into reality. And really, you will find yourself feeling more relaxed and less anxious. Like I said, Valor and Stress Away were the two oils that I could not leave home without when right after I had either of my heart attacks. They were like my shield against the world. Now, Stress Away either comes in a like a regular size, like a regular 5 ml and 15 ml essential oil blend, or it comes in this nice roller, which already has the carrier oil with it. So either way, this is an oil that you want to have in your purse, in your car, in your desk, at home. And when we breathe in the scent of a pure essential oil, it has a direct effect on our emotions. This is how essential oils work. They go into our olfactory system and directly to our limbic system in our brain. Our sense of smell, the olfactory system, is the only of our five senses that you can access directly and is connected to the emotional center of our brain. So this little news allows us, gives us the power actually to retrain our brains. And so we can focus our thoughts on positive and release the negative emotions by using smells to train ourselves. We can actually train ourselves to release negative emotions that have been stored in our limbic system, and that hold us back from reaching our full potential. And the biggest example of this one is bergamot. There is actually now some very good science that talks about simply smelling bergamot a couple of times a day and diffusing it overnight in your bedroom actually has shown significant impact on PTSD symptoms with nothing more than the smelling of it. So peace and calming is another oil that you might want to try. I actually put some on just before this class because it is just one that brings like the energy to a nice level. It's good for you. It's good for your kiddos. It helps to work through feelings and lessen them. And it actually really helps with a feeling of overwhelm. So if you're in a place where you're just feeling out of sorts and overwhelmed and lots are going on in your head, some use of peace and calming, either through just scenting or putting it on your body, really, really helps. And then, like I said, bergamot, you can use that. It's a citrus. So all the citruses are mood enhancers. They're mood lifters. And like I said, it also has this amazing capacity to alleviate the symptoms and the feelings of post-traumatic stress. If you're interested in the link to the podcast where this research is discussed, pop me a note and I can send it to you, because it is very interesting that simply smelling it, not doing anything else, simply smelling it has had impact on people's trauma. You can also find bergamot in blends like acceptance, believe, gratitude, and harmony, which we talked about in the Good Day Protocol. And then there's one of my all-time favorites. There it is right there, vetiver. Now, vetiver is very grounding and calming, but it's calming in kind of a warm and blanket, like cozy blanket kind of way, where bergamot is relaxing, but in a more perky way. Vetiver is very, very sensual and quiet. It is made from a grass that's grown in India, and it's also called the oil of tranquility. So that gives you a sense of kind of how it can make you feel. Very tranquil, very relaxed, okay? It actually also can help you to overcome stress and past emotional trauma. Now, we all know that lavender is the Swiss Army knife of all of our oils, and it also is very good at relaxing us and helping us balance. And lovely to know, it helps us improve our concentration. So if you're in the mid-afternoon and you've got a slump and you're just kind of feeling blah and down, some lavender can get you back up and get your concentration improved. So you can use these oils as needed throughout the whole day. You can either diffuse them if you are allowed to do that, or you can put them and do the hand tent, which means that you keep it more personal. You can simply just open up the bottle and just breathe it from the bottle. It all goes through your olfactory system, right into your limbic system, into your emotional part of your brain, and helps you to find calm. Or you can add it to your favorite piece of diffuser jewelry. And there's more and more examples of that kind of jewelry out there. So it's very, very cool. So there's also ways that blends and other oils that can very much help you. And sleepy blend, like you can make your own blends if you are the kind of person who really, finds what they like, and then, you want to experiment. This sleepy blend is a lovely blend of lavender, bergamot, cedarwood, which we haven't talked about, stress away and valor. You can make into a roller that you just keep beside your bed for sleep. Now, some of the great places to put this when you're going to bed is on the bottom of your feet. And you put it on the bottom of your feet because your pores are larger there and it absorbs more quickly. And this blend absolutely smells amazing and really, really does knock you out when you try to use it. All of these oils, whether they're blends or single plant oils, they are really great for settling really big emotions. So if you've had a day where you haven't been able to do the great day protocol and the day has gone sideways and everything is just elevated and you're just feeling like so disconnected and out there, these oils help to reconnect you and start to bring down that emotional level. And just play around with the oil amounts if you're making blends for yourself. If it smells right to you, add it. And top off your roller then with a nice carrier oil. I tend to use avocado oil. It's not terribly expensive. It hasn't really got a smell like almond oil. And it feels good on my skin. You can you can even take this sleepy blend and put it into your diffuser. Now, Dreamcatcher is another great oil because it helps you to positively dream. When you put it in a diffuser, it helps you to dream more positive dreams. Valerian is a good one. Now, valerian, if you're having like, it feels like palpitations, but it's just anxiety and you just can't calm it down. Valerian is a very good oil to use. It gives you a hugely deep sleep, but it has a very unusual smell. So if you don't like it by itself, you could combine it with lavender and cedarwood, which complement it beautifully and can make the smell more pleasant. Now, if you don't like the smell either, put it on the bottom of your feet because it's farther away from you and you don't tend to smell it when it's under the covers. Now, valerian is also used in a roller called Rutavala. Now, Rutavala is Ruta, which is rue plant, Va, which is valerian, and La, which is lavender. Now, I got to tell you that when I use Rutavala, it has an unusual smell because of the valerian. I do put it on the bottom of my feet, and I sleep so deeply that I can't believe it. I wake up and I can't believe that I have slept that long. And rue is actually related. Rue, the plant, Ruta, is related to lavender, and Ruta is stronger than lavender. So you really want, that's where the stronger smell comes from. And Ruta graveolens, which is the Latin name for the plant, is harvested and farmed, harvested, and distilled at Young Living's farm in Ecuador. Now, the reason why it's important to know that it's Ruta graveolens is because you need to know that it's the right kind of plant. There may be another Ruta. I know there's in lavender, there's real lavender, and then there's a hybrid called lavandin. And the constituents in those two plants, even though they may look similar, are not the same. So the effects are not the same. So that's why when, if you're shopping and you go to look at essential oils in, say, a health food store, and the lavender looks super, super cheap, check out to see if they've actually put the Latin name of the plant they used on the label. If they haven't put a Latin name on the label, there's a very good chance that there's some synthetic components in there. Plus, they may have used the less expensive lavandin instead of the lavender. So Rutavala actually promotes the relaxation of body and mind. It helps relieve tension, it helps relieve stress, and it helps to overcome negative feelings while encouraging a positive attitude. It's a really, I actually love the roller and Rudavella, and it does live on my nightstand. Okay, so you've done your morning protocol. You've kind of caught yourself during the day, and you've got yourself thinking better during the afternoon. Now it's early evening, and so here are some tips to help you chill out in the evening. You've got the supper done, the homework is done, sports practices are over. Maybe your kids, maybe you have small kids, and they're bathed and tucked into their beds, and now you get to sit down and you let out a big sigh, and what happens? You start to think about all the things that you didn't get accomplished during the day. You continue to stress over the argument that you had at work or the phone call that didn't go your way, and you already find yourself getting anxious about everything you have to do tomorrow. Does that sound like you? Because if that's you, it's pretty safe to say that you are not going to have much peaceful sleep in the evening. If that's the thoughts that suddenly come to your mind when you finally get a chance to sit down for some quiet time and you stress yourself out. So what if your downtime went something like this instead? You sit down on the couch and you let out a big sigh and you celebrate everything that you got crossed off your to-do list. You plug in your diffuser and put some relaxing oils in there and put your feet up. You feel at peace with the way you handled every situation you faced because you were able to stay calm, relaxed, and focused. And you find yourself looking forward to the next day with some anticipation and some gratitude for all of the good things that await you. So does that sound too good to be true? Well, it doesn't have to be. If you get into a routine of using your calming oils throughout the day and set your intentions and your mindset to focus on the positive, it doesn't mean like crazy positive, but more positive than negative, you will actually set yourself up for one of the best night's sleep you've had in a long time. So here are a couple of tips to help you chill out during your evening. First thing, turn off your phone. Next, sip on some nice hot tea. Maybe you add a drop of lemon vitality to a cup of hot black tea. Maybe you put 1 drop of thieves into a cup of hot water, add a little bit of honey, and now you have a beautiful, spicy but calming thieves tea. Maybe you take a relaxing bath and you take a cup of Epsom salts and you drop 10 drops of lavender into the Epsom salts, and then you pour those Epsom salts into the bath. Now you do it in this way. You take the Epsom salt and you add the oil so that the oils get absorbed by the salts and then are dispersed in the water and don't just sit on top in little oily blobs. Now you get your diffuser going, and some of the calming oils that we've talked about, you put in. Maybe you make your own blend. Maybe you use one of the blends that you had. Maybe you take one of the Good Day Protocol oils and use that. And you have that nice hot bath and you get out, and while you're warm and relaxed, you do some light stretching. Nothing too major, just some light stretching or some small yoga poses, just things that help you. I mean, roll your shoulders, roll your neck, just things to help you ease the tension in your tired muscles. And if you really want to make it beautiful, add some frankincense or panaway onto your feet to make it feel even more relaxing. So 4 really simple things to do in the early evening that just help you set yourself up for going to sleep and having a great sleep, but also that set you up to have a better day the next day. And these things, they're all progressive. So if you followed all the tips and used all the oils, you should be calm and relaxed and ready to sail into dreamland. But maybe not. I mean, I have to say that for me, it took 2 whole years of being away from my work to get myself back to the place where I could have a good deep night's sleep. It can be really, really difficult for people to turn off their minds and get into a state of relaxation, especially if you have chronic stress and you have just been running for so very long. But we have to get there, right? So there are some things, other things that you can do in addition that can help. So one of them is a supplement called Sleep Essence. It's a tablet. It is a little capsule that combines 4 essential oils known for their sleep enhancing properties, along with naturally occurring melatonin. So you just take 1 or 2 of the soft gels. They're just little gelatin capsules with melatonin and essential oils in it, about 30 to 60 minutes before going to bed, and hopefully that will help you. We've talked about rutavala, and one of the components in rutavala is Roman chamomile, and this one actually, Roman chamomile, could be singled out to talk about on its own, because it can be used to make a tea, chamomile tea, if that's what you'd like before bed, instead of the thieves' tea or lemon in your black tea. Roman chamomile helps to minimize fears and stabilize and release negative emotions. So it has the power to calm the crankiest babies and relax the most restless adults, because it minimizes some of our biggest feelings of fear and worry. And it helps to stabilize our emotions and release our negative emotions. So Roman chamomile is a really helpful one to get. And then we've talked about Dreamcatcher because it helps to protect against negative thinking and inspire more productive and happy dreams. So once you're all oiled up, you've had a bath, you've done some stretching, you've had a nice cup of tea of some kind, your diffuser is going, you're still finding your thoughts are a little bit churny and you can't quite slow them down enough. So here are some other things, some practices to try. One of the really good ones is journaling. Get those thoughts out of your head and onto some paper where you can go back to them if you need to, but get them out of your head so that they're not roaming around there, directing your subconscious in ways that you don't even expect. And then once you have got those racing thoughts out of your head, then do some gratitude work. So instead of laying in bed thinking about all the things that could go wrong, lay in bed and go through all of the things that have gone right and all of the things that you are grateful for. Because what this does is it sets your subconscious up with gratitude and good thoughts to ponder over while you're sleeping. And then if you still cannot relax and rest, get up for a while. Quit tossing and turning and get up for a bit. But don't go to your phone. Don't go to a electronic device. Maybe do some more journaling, or to just read a book. Coloring books at this time of night are particularly good because they allow you to be creative. They're positively reinforcing, and they are kind of a relaxing meditation almost. And so it can help you calm your brain by coloring. You could also try some meditation and use some music that is binaural beats, which has got an undertone of frequency that helps with different things. And you can look those up on YouTube. There's lots of binaural beats around sleep. And those are some things that could help you just to try to calm your really super overactive brain and to set yourself up for the next day of trying again. Okay, and then for those who really need to kick your sleep patterns into high gear, These bundles are the ticket. So there's two bundles. One's called the Freedom Sleep Bundle and one's called the Freedom Release Bundle. They are an amazing assortment of oils that help you calm your brain, relax, and improve relaxation in your body and mind. They also help you release negative emotions and create a more positive outlook, so that you can actually start to get to your full potential. So just check to see that these are in stock. They have instructions inside on how to use them, but it's pretty much like the Great Day Protocol, but these would be at night probably, and just a different collection of oils that help you release the tension from the day, release the stress, release the anxiety, and start to slow your thoughts and just find a sense of peace and gratitude. I like that Freedom Sleep has Valor, Inner Harmony, Freedom, and Aroma Sleep. They're very, very nice combinations. So that's the information on the sleeping. Of course, there are always ways of getting the best deal when you are looking at Young Living. If you are already a Young Living member, congratulations. You have the option of buying retail or wholesale, and wholesale only requires that one purchase that you make has 100 PV or more, and then that opens up 12 months of wholesale, which means you get 24% off retail. Now, if you just want to buy one oil and you don't want to buy anything else, and you don't mind paying 24% more for retail, just buy one oil and give it a try, because then you might see how it works and then come back and make an order that opens up your wholesale purchasing power. You can just do those one-time orders. You could also then take an order and make it an essential rewards in Canada or a subscription order in the US. And what that means is that you would put it on a monthly subscription order, and it would provide you with points back based on what your product value of your order is. So when you first start, it's 10% of your total product value of that order comes back as credits into your account that you can spend for other things. Eventually, you can work up to 25% of the product value back in points, which is huge because you've already got 24%, and now you're getting 25% or 25% in points back that you can use on other purchases. These subscription or essential rewards can be changed at any time. You can change the date. You don't have to order the same thing every month, but the longer you're on it, the more rebate back you get. So the 10%, I believe, is from the first month to the 12th month, and at month 13, it's 20. And then I think at month 25, it becomes 25%, and that's where it stays as long as you keep up a monthly order. It can be any products for the month. I think it has to be 50 PV or higher. So then you can start to bank a lot of points. I actually use my points to buy most of the Ningxia Red that we consume in this house. I get it for free. I just pay for shipping. What you can also do is use it to purchase things from the US store so that you don't have any currency exchange amounts, which is a huge deal. And you, again, just pay for shipping. Now, the third way that you can get a great deal, and this is for Canadians only at this time, is that if you have that subscription order processing before the end of day on the 5th of the month, you actually get a $10 actually cash credit in your account that you can also spend on another purchase. So there's multiple ways of getting free or points back to spend on other products, which basically gives you free product, and to get not only 24% off of the retail price. So those are the ways to get the best deal. And if you have any questions about any of that, because I go over it quite quickly, just drop me a PM and I can go over it with you. It is super easy. It is super flexible and you can end it at any time. You're not committing to being on it for any length of time at all. It's just if you stop, you go back to the 10% if you started again. Really, really quite simple and very generous. Now, we have talked before that every month there are free products based on your order, so you could get more free things, and I put those out in the newsletter every single month, so make sure you check those out. But that is the presentation. So if you are someone who suffers from stress and sadness and difficult sleep, I really hope that you have found some of this information valuable. Don't feel like you need to run out and order all the oils and do all the things. If you already have one of the oils that I talked about, just use it. Just start working with it. Start implementing some of the tips I suggested and start to make this a practice, a daily routine in your life, because it takes some time. The experience with oils varies from person to person, and it's important to use the oils for at least 5 days to see if they'll work for you. It may work instantly or it may take a little time. If you're using other oils and you're not having any results, you may want to look at the ingredients because you may not actually be using what you think you're using. And your body may need some time to clear out some things before it's ready to really shift. So be consistent and open to experimenting with other oils in this collection and find your magic. It's not impossible, and it is so freeing when you finally start getting those deep, restful sleeps many nights in a row. So thank you for joining me tonight for Stress, Sleep, and Sadness. And I certainly hope that you got something out of this, and we will talk again soon. Bye for now.